SCI Curious ID presents. Why are we still not sure how consciousness works? We can measure brain activity, map thought patterns, and even predict decisions milliseconds before they happen. Yet, science still can't explain how electrical signals inside the brain create subjective experience. Why, after decades of neuroscience, is consciousness still unsolved?
Behind every moment lies a scientific wonder. I'm Kale, and welcome to Sci Curios, where curiosity meets science.
The study of consciousness began with anatomy. In the 19th century, Santiago Ramon y Cajal meticulously mapped neurons, identifying them as the fundamental units of the brain's intricate structure.
Later, in the mid-20th century, pioneering neurosurgeons like Wilder Penfield made groundbreaking discoveries. He found that stimulating specific brain regions could directly evoke vivid sensations and memories, clearly demonstrating that consciousness had tangible physical correlates within the brain. Yet, even with these profound insights into brain structure and function, the fundamental question of how mere neural firing, electrical impulses, could possibly produce the rich tapestry of subjective awareness remained and still remains largely unanswered. Modern neuroscience has since reframed the problem, focusing on identifying the neural correlates of consciousness. This involves pinpointing specific brain networks whose activity consistently aligns with conscious perception and experience. Advanced techniques like functional MRI and EEG have been instrumental, revealing that regions such as the thalamus, prefrontal cortex, and posterior parietal areas play crucial roles in conscious processing. However, a critical distinction remains. Correlation is not causation. While we can identify these active structures, merely pinpointing their location doesn't yet explain the intricate mechanism by which they generate consciousness. From an empirical standpoint, many theories propose that consciousness fundamentally emerges from the complex integration and seamless communication across vast neural systems within the brain. One leading model, the global workspace theory, posits that conscious awareness arises when specific information is broadcast across large-scale cortical networks. This global broadcasting allows multiple, otherwise isolated, brain systems to coordinate and access that information, making it consciously available. Another influential framework, the Integrated Information Theory, or IIT, attempts to quantify consciousness. It defines consciousness as the degree of informational interconnectivity within a system denoted by a mathematical measure called phi. A higher phi value suggests a more complex, integrated internal state. However, experimentally testing these sophisticated models remains a significant challenge. The sheer complexity of measuring informational integration across billions of neurons far exceeds our current imaging resolution and technological capabilities. Delving deeper, at the cellular level, researchers have identified specific neuron types, such as layer 5 pyramidal neurons and thalamocortical relay cells, that exhibit remarkable synchronization across different brain regions, often utilizing high-frequency gamma oscillations. These rhythmic patterns, typically around 40 Hz, appear to mark a crucial boundary between unconscious and conscious processing. However, a key debate persists. Do these rhythms actively cause awareness, or do they merely accompany it as a byproduct of conscious states? Similarly, intriguing experiments on visual masking demonstrate that sensory stimuli can reach the visual cortex and be processed without ever entering conscious awareness. This strongly implies that perception and consciousness are, in fact, separable processes. The profound challenge then lies in determining precisely what additional computational steps or neural transformations are required to convert raw sensory input into the rich, subjective experience we call consciousness. Today's neuroscience employs sophisticated multimodal imaging techniques, combining magnetoencephaly, functional MRI, and even intracranial recordings to trace brain activity with millisecond precision. These powerful methods allow researchers to map how consciousness dynamically flickers on and off, observing its presence and absence under various states, such as anesthesia, deep sleep, and coma. Crucially, studies show that the loss of consciousness correlates not with a total cessation of brain activity, but rather with specific breakdowns in long-range connectivity, particularly between frontal and posterior brain regions. Computational neuroscience actively seeks to model these complex dynamics. Using advanced tools like recurrent neural networks and predictive coding frameworks, scientists are attempting to simulate perception and awareness mechanistically, building digital brains. Yet, even with the remarkable advances in machine learning and artificial intelligence, no algorithm has yet exhibited genuine subjective experience. Instead, they only produce behavior that convincingly mimics awareness without true inner feeling. The empirical boundary of our understanding is clear. We can meticulously describe the architecture and precise timing of conscious processes within the brain. However, we still cannot grasp the internal, qualitative sensation that inherently accompanies them. This persistent gap between neural computation and our rich, lived experience is not mystical or supernatural. Rather, it is fundamentally a measurement problem, a challenge of scientific methodology. We currently lack the sophisticated instruments and comprehensive theories precise enough to directly link complex neural data, observed from the outside, to the subjective, first-person phenomena of consciousness.
Consciousness remains neuroscience's deepest and most profound frontier. While each new discovery narrows the explanatory gap, the fundamental bridge from mere electrical impulses to the vivid tapestry of awareness still eludes us.
Perhaps, in finally solving this ultimate mystery, we will not only come to understand the intricate workings of the brain, but also gain a deeper insight into the very nature of understanding itself. Curious for more insights into the mysteries of the mind? Subscribe and stay curious with SCI Curious ID.
Science is everywhere if you just know where to look. Thanks for watching Sci Curious. Until next time.